Here, take this bow. I've been saving it for you ever since I found it. It's powerful. Can shoot an arrow and...
This is Sean Crow. You're watching WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFX-TV. I'm the WrestleGamer. WB Billy Bojo. Got a few people to introduce you to. First off, he is the host of Hardcore Wrestling Radio, which can be heard exclusively over on Spreaker.com/HWR Media and YouTube.com/HWR Show. He is the Illuminous one, the Shining Star, Rick Starr. Rick, how you shining?
It burns! It burns us!
He is our resident music mogul over on YouTube.com/Lance Moss TV. He is the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
All the homeless members of the IWC worship him in the Who Dat Temple. It's James from the Big Easy. James, how you doing?
Billy, I'm sending you to the Brock Lesnar chair shot school.
Oh,
Okay, he just got you.
I'm here. Laura.
I'm going to send you to the annual duck run in Lafayette.
Hey, I like the quack quack.
Oh, God, did it have to echo? Anyway, from the over on the hood on Instagram, he's the Bay Area MVP, known as Will. Will, what's up?
The only thing I gotta say is... Miz knocked you the fuck out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about SummerSlam for this year. How did it pan out? You know, the big matches, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, the Best versus the Beast. How did everything fold out? What were our thoughts on it? You're about to find out right now as we talk about, first, the pre-show match, which happened between Rob Van Dam and Dean Ambrose for over the United States Championship. This was a match that delivered, I believe, on pay-per-view quality in some instances. Yes, there are some parts that were predictable, like the run-in interference by the Shield, which caused Dean Ambrose to get disqualified, so RVD won the match, but Dean Ambrose kept the title. But I still think, you know, the spots that happened between Ambrose and RVD made this match worthy of being a part of the main card of SummerSlam, and instead it was demoted down to a pre-show match, and I still say that that wasn't right, especially for the two guys who, you know, you have a young great worker in Dean Ambrose and an established legend like Rob Van Dam, and you can stick that on a pre-show. Honestly, I felt Natalya and Brie Bella would have been better suited for the pre-show, but anyway, you know, it's no use crying over it because, you know, there ain't nothing else we can do about it. But as far as this match goes, I gotta give it. I gotta bump it down to 3.75 out of 5. The predictability it hurt it a bit. Now, the reason I don't go 3.5 is because of the fact that I didn't really anticipate Big Show and Mark Henry coming out to kind of counter the Shield's appearance, you know, the appearance of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. But other than that, I still say the matchup was pretty solid. Can't say anything else bad about it. 3.75 out of 5, other than the fact that it should have been a part of the main card. So now on to the official first match of SummerSlam, which was the Ring of Fire match that took place between Bray Wyatt and Kane. Rick, it's really safe to say that the matchup had potential. It started out good, and then it just, towards the end, became redundant. Became redundant and laid an egg.
Yeah, basically, basically, that's what I was trying to agree with you. I think once the brothers got inside the ring, it was like, what's the point? It was, you might as well just had a regular match. And that's what it did. It became a regular match, and it sucked. And that's where I thought it kind of lost its luster. So yeah, I would have given it a 3 or even a 4, even maybe 4.5 star match. But once the brothers came in, I lost total interest in the match. I'm sorry. So I only give it like a 3.5 match, a 5-star match. Sorry.
And of course, WWE had to find a way to write off Kane because of the reports going out that Kane's going off to film See No Evil 2. So they had to do something to kind of write him off. And when they had the Wyatt family take him out with those steel steps, I guess that was probably WWE's way of writing him off WWE so he can go film that movie. I think it would be safe to assume that, Rick.
That's the obvious assessment. So,
Well, the breakup of Team Rhodes Scholars is kind of the feature in the next match as Cody Rhodes will take on Damien Sandow. Now, the fact that the Money in the Bank briefcase really didn't hurt this match, honestly. And what a lot of people were focusing on Twitter about it, if you ever want to tweet with me during the live shows, it's twitter.com/TheWrestleGamer. Just mention you heard about it on WGS-TV and I'll tweet you back. And one of the major things I saw about a lot of fans were more focused on was the fact that Cody Rhodes shaved his mustache, Lance. And some fans actually think that could possibly be a bit of improvement over over the previous Love Stash gimmick. So maybe it was either. Do you think maybe it was either WWE or Cody Rhodes himself that really didn't feel too much of the Love Stash gimmick?
Well, since I think he's on a face, honestly, it could be a little bit of both. Since he's going for a face run, and the whole Love Stash is more of a heel thing for him, he could have done that, or he could just got tired of having the mustache. So, honestly,
what are your
go
thoughts?
Either way.
Well, the finish of the match came Cody Rhodes hitting the crossroads on Damien Sandow and gaining the victory. And Lance, what are your thoughts on this match?
For something that I thought could have been a weak match, this was a strong, like a lot of back and forth, and then good finish. I had to give it 4 out of 5, honestly.
Now, a lot of fans were saying also the same thing about the World Heavyweight title match between Alberto Del Rio and Christian. They really didn't feel that, it was a good, strong enough match. And a lot of people are including some fans and some members of YouTube who we happen to know are fans of anime who are dead set against Alberto Del Rio being World Heavyweight Champion and wanted Christian to win. We're very much hurt over the fact that Christian did not win. Honestly, at this point in Christian's career, I don't think he really needs the World Heavyweight Championship to put himself over. Just based on the fact, James, that this matchup between Del Rio and Christian was far exceeded my expectations as to what they could deliver.
All right, this is where I'm gonna come in because James was in and out of this match, so flip it to my way.
Let's go to Will. Let's go to Will.
All right. Well, this match, I'll tell you this much: it wasn't a lackluster match. I mean, I thought both combatants had better offense, but then we started to see a little bit of a trend of who was getting hurt the most. I mean, it looked like Alberto Del Rio kept, touching his nose, and what I found out as I looked deeper, whatever Christian did, he fucked up his nose. And then later on, Christian did the spear, and he hurts his hand through his shoulder. Looked like part of his nerves between his hand and his shoulder, and at the end, I kind of called it, the fact that Del Rio was going to win with the armbar, still the champ. Alberto del Taco Bell de Queso de Culeto Verga I won't translate that, folks, because that's how I think about Del Rio. The match, I'll give it a stellar 3 out of 5, but Del Rio's nose, it looked like it had better days, but it was all right match.
I'm gonna bump it up to a 4 out of 5. Like I said, this matchup far exceeded my expectations as to the level of entertainment and that they could deliver in this match. The crowd was really into it, and I gotta say I was into it as well. And I have to agree with the fans at that time that, you know, when they were chanting "This is awesome," I have to agree, because like I said, they really far exceeded my expectations as to what they could deliver. You know, I said it on a SmackDown review not too long ago that Christian and Del Rio really needed to deliver at SummerSlam for me to buy into their gimmick, into their angle, and I gotta say, they did. They did. But up next, James, like I said earlier, I really feel that this match here, Natalya versus Brie Bella, which was basically just a put-over for Total Divas. By the way, there were fans on Twitter that were actually admitting that they were watching Total Divas instead of SummerSlam. What the hell is wrong with you people? But
Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I have a DVR, and I have to admit, guys, you know what? It's not a bad show.
yeah,
No.
but over SummerSlam?
Oh, hell no. Absolutely
Hell
not.
no.
But
I mean, it comes on here at like 11.
yeah, but anyway,
Yes.
So
like,
let's try to get it done in 26 minutes here.
but like I said, you know, with this matchup being just basically a put over for Total Divas, James, I really feel that, you know, in some instances there were some good spots between Natalya and Brie Bella, but they were very, very few and far between. Well, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. If any match, honestly, James, in my opinion, deserved to be on the pre-show, it was this right here.
What, huh? I just woke up talking about the Total Divas and stuff, huh? What? I hate it. It looked like even Natalya got kind of injured during that spot on the apron. I mean, there was some spots. It's just that you heard the crowd was not into the match. I'm sorry, but
Say the least, they were chanting the announcers. They were chanting Michael Cole, JPL, Jared the King Lawler. I think at one point weren't they even chanting "We want Sable"?
yeah, I think I heard that. I wasn't too sure what they were chanting, but
They just
yeah.
want her for another Playboy issue.
Oh
No.
no, no, no! I've seen the way she looks now. Oh no,
She didn't look that good back then.
All right.
I've seen skeletons that look better than her.
But if you're gonna boost up somebody's career like that, eventually, if a magazine has to be the last one, then
Anyway, back to James.
I'll give this match a piss poor 1 out of 5.
hey, he said piss poor.
Natalya did win, but hey, the referee in the match actually rang the bell. I'm bumping up to 1.5 just because the referee did his job this time.
Good for referee.
The best.
Anyway, back to my sleep.
The best versus the Beast. This matchup in itself already had a ton of hype, considering the parties involved being CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman. During the pre-show of SummerSlam, they made an announcement that both parties agreed to a stipulation to this match. The stipulation being a no disqualification match. And one thing I made mention of on Twitter at that time, making this match a no DQ match really helps it more than it hurts it. And you know what? In all honesty, I was right. This was really a show stealer type of a match. This was by far an exciting action. There was a lot of great stuff, and I gotta say, possibly this could be my highlight of the night. It could be, but the finish of the match
What's wrong?
came. CM Punk had turned his attention to Paul Heyman, put him in the Anaconda Vice. here comes Brock Lesnar with a steel chair, which pretty much why James made the comment about the Brock Lesnar chair shot academy. I'm pretty sure James would flunk after day one.
No, that's you, sir. That's you.
Hey, at least I made an attempt at it. How many chair shots have you done?
Billy, I don't have a grudge against anybody.
Hey, you know what? I've actually took 2 chair shots.
Hey, we're talking about actual chair shots, not shots of tequila on a chair.
Oh, never mind.
But Brock Lesnar already knocking out CM Punk, then does the F5 onto the steel chair, which is pretty much the end of CM Punk. Brock Lesnar wins the match, but the fans give CM Punk the respect he deserved for a 5-star quality match. And that's the rating it's going to get from yours truly, 5 out of 5. It was that good of a match. But up next, we had the mixed tag match, which had quite a bit of hype in itself, Rick, with Dolph Ziggler and Kaitlyn taking on Langston and AJ Lee. I gotta ask you, did you read anything into the fact that they had Dolph Ziggler and Kaitlyn come out together and they had separate entrances for Biggie Langston and AJ Lee?
Yeah, I just aside from the fact that Biggie Langston claps that cocaine on his hands or whatever you want to call it, the chalk or whatever. I don't know really what it is. I mean, he's elbowed her in the boob a couple times, so maybe she's just like, you have to keep 50 feet away from me until next time, for like 60 days or something. I don't know. I really don't know what the deal was. To be honest with you. The funny part is that for those of you who don't know, is that Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee are in a legitimate relationship. So that was
Really?
For those of you who don't know, yes, they are. They are in a relationship.
It came out today.
Yep, on IGN.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, but I will say that I'm glad that Dolph Ziggler won this match in the way that he won it, and he pinned Biggie Langston because he absolutely needed to. This match shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. Dolph Ziggler is on a bigger scale, and hopefully he can now, be back in the title pursuit where he should be.
Your score for the match?
I'll give it a 3. There was nothing really fantastic out of it, so it is what it is.
The WWE Championship on the line. John Cena taking on his hand-picked opponent and Daniel Bryan with Triple H as the special guest referee. We got one thing that it's safe to say that LA was an anti-Cena crowd, and honestly, you know what? I'm holding back the hate that I have for Cena haters. I am really holding.
Come on, you really didn't think I thought they loved Cena.
No, but I'm talking about the hate that I have for Cena haters. I'm holding it back.
Embrace the hate.
Well, I'm going to save my hate for Cena haters for another time and another place. But the fact of the matter is this, despite what Cena haters may think out there, this was, without a shadow of a doubt, a fantastic match between John Cena and Daniel Bryan, Lance. And there's no amount of hate that Cena haters can put out there, in my opinion, they can take away from the fact that this was a really good main event for SummerSlam.
Yes, it was. Now, I am a Cena disliker. He just didn't get over with me, but it was a really good match. I mean, come on. That superplex Daniel Bryan hit, oh my God. Where he just basically went into the chair, abbed up, and then... Oh my God. That's all I can say.
No, this was well, talk about the finish a bit, because it was a little bit of an unusual finish.
I didn't see the actual move he did. All I saw was he hit something on
it was
Cena, and then he pinned him.
Yeah, it was like
a Shining Wizard.
It was a Shining Wizard. You don't normally see Daniel Bryan use that as a finisher, but that's what he did. And next thing you know, we got a big celebration in hand. Daniel Bryan is the WWE champion And then next thing you know, we hear Randy Orton's music, and Daniel Bryan's ready to square off with them. But I think a lot of fans were kind of, would you say, kind of shocked. Now I know there were, we have some colleagues of ours, including one Mr. Joseph Knight from Classic Wrestling Association. Am I saying that correctly, Rick?
Correctly.
Yes. He called it on the spot about the swerve with Triple H. Would you say, would it be a safe bet to say that the conventional wrestling fan was watching SummerSlam was taken by surprise by the swerve with Triple
Yes.
H?
Yes. That was for the regular fan or conventional, whatever you're saying. That was a what moment.
Yeah, that was a good swerve. Absolutely. Because I was even watching the last match with Joe, and right before even Randy Orton comes out, and he goes, "Now watch Randy Orton come out, and Triple H has got a pedigree," and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here." I don't see that happen. And of course, Randy Orton comes down. I'm like, "Oh, great, here we go." And I'm like, Randy Orton comes down, and he's taunting him. He's like, "Come on," and he's ready for a fight, and he goes, "Don't you see what's happening?" I'm like, "No, it's like, ain't gonna happen. Watch, he's walking away. He's leaving. He's done." He was just teasing it, just showing his hand up, and he walked away. And all of a sudden, as I'm talking, I see, bang, kick to the stomach. He goes, "You didn't see that little tap on the shoulder?" He tapped him on the shoulder on the back. He's like tapping on the shoulder, saying, "Get ready. I'm about to kick you in the stomach."
Yep. Basically.
Because you walked behind him and gave him the hint, gave him the punt, again the key to be ready.
Yep. Next thing you know, Randy Orton comes in, cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Triple H counts the count. And next thing you know, Randy Orton is now the WWE champion. A lot of people would say a scenario that we kind of saw coming. Just based on the fact that, for one thing, John Cena needs some time off. I mean, his elbow is fucked up royally. He needs some time to get that thing fixed. I mean, he's had.
Yes.
I know he's had a lot of issues with his arm and his elbow, and I know that they need to give him some time off to fix that before John Cena basically becomes a one-armed guy. But I gotta say, it was a really, I want to say, possibly the finish. Kind of saw that coming. The way it came about, I think, was the swerve and the shocker. But Lance, I gotta go to you for the score.
Well, honestly, even though I'm a Cena disliker, I gotta go 4 out of 5.
And that's from a Cena disliker. He may not like Cena.
Not a hater.
Yeah, because you have respect for what he can do.
Yeah.
Around the edges.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to find out everyone's pick for best and worst match or segment of SummerSlam, which is basically meaning your highlight of the night and bullshit of the night. So basically, we're going to go back to champion and jobbers of the night. So for me, there's 3 possible candidates for champion of the night, which is the best match or segment of SummerSlam. My first candidate is the World Heavyweight title match between Alberto Del Rio and Christian. The second one is the no disqualification match between CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. And the third one is the WWE Championship match between Daniel Bryan and John Cena. And out of those 3, for me personally, my champion of the night, I'm going to give it to Alberto Del Rio and Christian. They really far exceeded my expectations as to what kind of match they could deliver. They really need to deliver on something good. Something with really good quality, something better, something better than what they did on their match on Friday Night SmackDown a few weeks ago, and they did. And they had the crowd into it, they had the announcers into it, and they had yours truly into it. So that's why I feel that Alberto Del Rio defending the World Heavyweight title against Christian is my champion of the night. My jobber of the night? What was the point of showing that segment between Ryback backstage and pouring that soup all over that poor guy backstage? Really? Seriously? Did we
So we can be a part of SummerSlam?
Yeah.
I mean,
about it.
That and the Doritos Jack guy. Fuck you for getting a chance to sit in front of the announcer's table. That's all I gotta say about that. But anyway, let's go to Rick next and find out his picks for best and worst match or segment of SummerSlam this year. Rick, your picks for champion and jobbers of the night.
Well, for the best matches, I definitely really have to give with you all three of those are great matches. But I'm only gonna go with one, just for the sake of it being a champion. And I definitely have to go with the Cena Punk match. That was without a doubt the best. It shined brightly out of.
Do you mean Cena
So
Bryan?
CM Punk. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm a little out of it. CM Punk and Brock Lesnar match. That was definitely the match of the night. It shined brightly over the Cena, the world, the WWE title match. Even though it had a little extra with the run in by Randy Orton, I still think that was a great match. As far as the jobber of the night, gotta go to the Divas match. The little segments that you talked about, you know what? Yeah, I don't even acknowledge that. I don't even consider that a part of the show. It doesn't even deserve my time. So.
All right. Also, my overall score for SummerSlam was 4 out of 5. Rick, what was your overall score?
I'll give it a 4 out of 5 as well. It was a good it was a good pay-per-view.
All right, let's go to Lance next and find out his overall score for SummerSlam and his picks for best and worst match or segment of SummerSlam this year. Lance, your picks for champion and jobbers of the night.
Overall score 4 out of 5. Best segment or match. I got a co. Best match, that would be Best versus Beast. Best segment, Miz whipping Fandango's ass. Worst, honestly, I'd go Inferno.
Really?
It just did not live up to the hype whatso ever.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, anyway, let's go to James next and find out his overall score for SummerSlam, and also find out his picks for best and worst match or segment of SummerSlam. James, your picks for champion and jobber of the night.
Score 4 out of 5 because it's SummerSlam, and this was a great pay-per-view. I have one. Best versus Beast. I did not expect Brock Lesnar and CM Punk to be that great. I thought it was going to be decent at best. But the fact is that, with all those spots, all the back and forth, all the, the finish, even though we knew Paul Heyman was going to get involved, at the same time, it was a great match. And my jobber, I have 2. No, make that 3.
Go
ahead.
Number 1, Divas match. I understand it's total Divas, but come on, really? I mean, yeah, Natalya did win, but Second one has to be all the segments with Fandango, except for the one he got knocked the fuck out. Third one, Ryback segment. I'm sorry. Why? What? Be a star, please. Thank you.
and finally, ladies and gentlemen, we go over to Will and find out his overall score for SummerSlam and his picks for best and worst match or segment of SummerSlam this year. Will, your picks for champion and jobbers of the night.
Oh Lord, I will give SummerSlam 4 out of 5. We're pretty much in agreement here. Best match, like Rick said, nobody thought that the Punk Lesnar match was gonna shine out, and it really did. And Heyman, looks like you're gonna have to go see Dr. Sampson at the end of the program. Over there holding your hand. Ow. Anyway, let's see. Worst segment? I have a couple. The first one, like James said, the total Divas thing, like, Okay, I understand that this is a total Divas thing. Give me a fucking break, okay? Just give me a break. And the Ryback versus the Caterer. Uh, do you know how much gazpacho soup is nowadays, Ryback? You can probably make it yourself. I just thought that was a waste of food, but who really cares? Oh, and another thing, Fandango, if you're waking up from Miz knocking you out, yeah, that really did happen. So, I hope you liked Canvas, because, you were looking up, weren't you? And that's it.
What we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts of WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view this year. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Where can fans check you out on HWR?
Of course, they can always find me over at my Facebook page at facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. And don't forget to check us out on our show page, and that's Spreaker.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. Make sure you like us, make sure you follow us, and pretty soon we'll be heading back to Blog Talk Radio.
Slight correction there. It's Spreaker.com/HWR Media.
God. Smoke another one, Rich.
Because he got high.
Lance, what can fans expect to see when they come visit your YouTube channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Album reviews, NASCAR reviews, wrestling reviews, and whatever else pops in my head.
We have two Instagib game show gurus in our midst. First off, from the hood on Instagib, it's the Bay Area MVP, known as well, and homeless IWC marks who worship Oksana while wearing duck suits live in the temple of the Houdat Temple. It's James of the Big Easy. Guys, what you got coming up?
Billy?
Lord.
Billy, yeah, you gotta get your present early when you come down here. Anyway, MVP, go ahead. Sorry.
As he's looking to give you a 5-knuckle sandwich. Just looking forward to Raw after SummerSlam, which is tomorrow, and basically the same thing for the last week. More football. Just football.
And coming up soon, we will do a preview of the NFL. Me and Billy could be even doing a preview of the New Orleans Saints.
Fans, also don't forget to like the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/WGS-TV. And don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So for the Illuminous one, the Shining Star, Rick Star, the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, and our two Instagib game show gurus in the form of James and the Big Easy and the Bay Area MVP, known as Will, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double Beam Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching. Tonight's commentary for SummerSlam is provided by James and the Big Easy's brand new charity, Chair Shots for Marijuana.
Billy?
Wouldn't that be Rick's?
Yeah, isn't that Rick's?
He's a
No,
top.
actually, I don't need chair shots from the marijuana. I'll just take the chair marijuana.
What?
Stoke answers. Stoke answers. Stoke answers. Stoke answers. Spiritual speaking. Stoke answers. Stoke answers. I'm Haley. Ring Rose. Stoke answers.
My name's Andrew Weatherall.
Spiritual speaking. Stoke answers.